Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a video on the Mora Pro S. I'm just going to be going around getting some kindling and giving this knife a good test and show you guys what this knife's all about. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I found some dry kindling over here. I'm just going to give it a go with the Mora Pro S, and I'm just going to try and collect as much as I can, and then I'll head back to the other spot where I was going to have the fire. Alright, so I'm just going to give it a go. This stuff's fairly dry, as you can see. I just broke a bit there. It's quite dry, but it's very solid in the middle. I actually thought this whole thing was a bit more rotten. So far so good. That bit was extremely rotten. Okay. Just gotta try and clear out some of this grass around here. It's just recently rained, and there's everything around here is quite wet, so it's kind of hard to actually try and find some dry tinder to use. But that's alright. This stuff's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can find some more. Just gonna try and shave off some of the bark of this tree to see how it's still holding its edge. Yeah, it's still extremely sharp. Very sharp. Extremely happy with this knife. Alright guys, we're back at the fire spot, the spot that I was going to have the fire at. Knife held up well after chopping all that wood. As you can see all here, there's nothing too big, obviously because it is just a Mora knife and it's a bushcraft knife. It's not a heavy chopping knife that you would want to use for big stuff. So I just got all this little stuff, and yeah, so I'm just going to start off by getting this fire going. I may struggle at trying to do this because it is actually everything's really wet out here, so my kindling is kind of dry. But yeah, so hopefully it all goes well. I just got some of this bark off of a tree. Hopefully this should work. I'm just gonna try and get some shavings off of this. I'm going to be trying to light it with my fire steel. If worse comes to worse, I'm going to use my lighter, but I like to build up my skills out in the bush, so I'm going to try and use a fire steel to do this. And if you guys watched my previous video on this knife, I actually did file down. I filed down the top of the knife, so it can strike a fire steel. So let me just show you. So as you can see, it works really well now. So I recommend everyone does that. If you are really into bushcraft and stuff, I highly recommend just filing down just to make it a 90-degree angle on the spine of the knife. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's try and get this fire going. So I'm just going to be trying to get as much shavings as I can into a pile, because from experience trying to do this, it's quite difficult in this weather, as it only stopped raining not that long ago. So I'm just going to be using this to get as much of it as I can onto the fire. Onto the kindling pile, more to it. It's not a fire yet. This knife is extremely sharp. I did sharpen it. It came really sharp, but I just re-sharpened it on the... Oh, not re-sharpened it, I just touched it up on a leather strop just to make it extremely sharp. So yeah, after chopping all that wood, it's still hair shaving sharp. It's extremely sharp. So I'm pretty happy with the edge. Being this is a stainless steel Mora knife, it's pretty good that it still hold its edge. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start off by ripping up some little pieces of bark. Put that over there. Alright. Yeah, you see how it just went out? Normally that would keep going if everything wasn't so wet. I'll bring you guys back once I get this going. I have a feeling this may take a while. I'll be back. Alright, so there you go guys. That actually took me quite a while to get that fire going just because everything's so damp out here. That bark that I put on it really helped. But yeah, everything was just that wet. That actually took a lot longer than I was expecting. I was tempted to use my lighter, but I was so determined to get it done with the fire steel, which I've done, so I'm happy with that. But anyways, to the point, this knife is really good for bushcraft. I highly recommend it. All of the Mora knives are really nice knives. Check out my other video if you haven't seen it of this knife, just about some of the specs of it and stuff. And yeah, it's a good knife for light bushcraft. You don't want to go chopping anything heavy, but you know, it's like something like this. I got it done quite well, and like I said, with the 90-degree angle on the spine that I had to put on it, that's just a minor little thing. For the price that you pay for these knives, it's not that bad. So just a little elbow grease into it, and then get that spine nice and straight, then you can use it with a flint steel all day long. So yeah, I just want to say thanks so much to the people that have subscribed to my channel. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks so much guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers guys.